Hello everyone, this is the Board Game Hero and today we are going to play Bloodborne, the board game. We are going to do a Chalice dungeon run and I'm not going to tell you or I'm not going to teach you how to play the game. It is just more like an overview so you can see how the game plays and also the experience. We are going to have a couple of camera views. We have a close-up one so you can appreciate the miniature. I know you all want good miniatures. I just apologize if you see some hair here. We have a dog in the house. That's why. I'm also then we have the dashboard here. We have my hunter dashboard and the hunter's dream dashboard. I have a very small table. That's why I'm just cramping all of this into one. This is the entire table, so I hope I can play the Chalice Dungeon well here. But I'm just going to design the map based on our limitation here. Then we also have a shot of the camera here, the map only, overhead map. I know it's small, but yeah, we have to we have to do that. So that's a run through of what we are going to be using technically. Now let's move on to the game. So I've already shuffled the game. We have I followed the rules for the Chalice Dungeon. We have the tiles here. Our objective is to unlock the arena. We have an arena here so that we can defeat the boss. So in these tiles there are two arena lever tile there that I have to interact with. Then once I interacted that, the arena will be open. Uh, in the Chalice Dungeon, you will have one mission only, and this is going to be slay the Chalice boss. Then the right, we don't have the rights. We're not going to do that. This is gonna make the game hard. This is the setup as well. We chose three random enemies and then one boss randomly selected later when we unlock the arena. Then the tiles, we already did this. Okay, we start at the Chalice entrance. The Chalice entrance will have the lamp or the lantern. This is not painted yet, but I'm looking forward to painting this. Right, so to introduce you to our hunter, let's go to the dashboard. This is a little bit blurry because it's super zoomed from the top. But I hope you bear with me. So this is the Red Raider Palace Hunter. This is exclusive in the Forsaken Canehurst Castle box extra. And this is really interesting. Our special ability will be to place one card down on the Quicksilver shot. This is the slot. If we put a card down face down here, we can deal 2 damage to any one enemy in our space without initiating combat. So that's just a long range shot. Then we have here a very fast riposte, then a very slow but deadly thrust. Then if you transform that, the ability becomes focused on dodging. So when dodging at the same speed as the enemy, I deal 2 damage to that enemy. Right, so this is a really interesting hunter, but I'm going to start with this side. Right, so that's our hunter. This is the miniature. Let me show it to you. That is the miniature that we'll be using, the Razor Palace Hunter. Looks really cool. Then, what else do you need to know? Alright, so we drew 3 enemies, right? So those 3 enemies will be the Lost Giant, another giant, we have the Church Giant, then lastly, we have from the box of Bergenworth, we have the Child of Rome. Okay, so we have 4 of each. For their ability, later I will show you after I set up the board. Then I want to spice up the game. So I added the mini boss. I know the mini boss is only valid when playing a chapter, but I want to use the mini boss here in the Chalice Dungeon just to show you how the mini boss behaves. Right? So for the mini boss setup, I already created the mini boss deck spawn. So you choose mini boss you want to add to your game. I chose only one that's recommended. So I chose the Chikage Hunter. And then the rest of the deck will be none or nothing. Only one card will show the Chikage Hunter. And once we draw that, they will spawn on the board. We draw a minibus spawn card whenever we open a new tile. So that's how it is. So I'm just setting it aside here, including this setup, but we don't need the setup anymore because I already introduced you to it. I can even remove this just to save space. It will come into play later, but the minibus spawn will stay here because that's we need to use that whenever we enter a tile. Then we have a player aid here because we need this one. I'm gonna set it here just to make space. And our card, our deck, I will put it maybe here just below the minion spawn. Okay, now that's set up. We will adjust the setup later when we run out of space, and we will probably run out of space. Yeah. Right. Let's continue with the setup and get on with the first round. Right. So I'm putting the upgrades here in the hunter stream because I forgot to do that. We have double dodge, invigorating, and a defensive card, and a counter strike. So those three are our upgrades that is open to us at the beginning of the game. So when we go to the hunter stream, we will get these cards. I hope you can read that, but I know it's a little bit blurry. All right. Okay, so very quickly, I'm just going to show you our enemy and what they're going to do. So we have the giant lost child. The basic attack is very slow, but 3 damage. The special is slow as well, but it deals 3 damage, cannot be staggered, and after resolving, it makes 1 additional frenzied stomp attack. So it attacks twice. Wow, why? And then the ability is knockback. They must dodge or suffer 4 and move 2 spaces away. That's the giant lost child. Then this is the church giant. The basic is very slow and very painful. It's 4 damage. The special is, wow, what is this? 6 damage? Very slow and 6 damage. Cannot even be staggered. The basic attack, if you dodge this, your attack will deal 1 damage. So that's a visceral attack. Then the ability is slumbering. The ability, it doesn't make any attack. That's the ability. Then for the Child of Rome, we have the basic Ponderous. Child of Rome makes no attack, but blocks 1 of your damage. Let me show you. This is better, right? Then we have special slash, medium speed 2 damage, and it blocks 1 damage again. Then lastly, the ability is Headbutt Dive. At medium speed, before the hunter's attack, the hunter must dodge or suffer 4 damage. Wow. And it does not grant a blood echo when slain. So you don't get blood echo when you slay Child of Rome. It only has 2 health. The church giant has a 6 health. The giant lost child, 5 health. Alright, I guess that's good. We can now begin our first turn. Alright, to begin our turn, we have to draw 3 cards from our action deck. And on your turn, you can do as many actions as you can. To do an action, though, you have to discard 1 of your cards. Okay, so what we have, draw one. So we have 3 of each card. So we have 3 of these draw 1. We have 3 of these 1 damage, and we have 3 dodge. The other one is stagger. So those are the cards that you have, and it's gonna be 12 total, and it cannot go beyond that. All right. Yeah, sure. I want to go forward. So to move, I'm going to discard this. And if you discard a card, you're not going to do the effect. So I'm going to discard that to move in this space. And I hope that's the lever. Right. So let's do that. So when you move, that's 2 spaces. So we have that one. And we don't have any enemy. That's good. But we have consumable. We can put here. Right. Then we move 1 space there, so that's 1. We can move 1 more because that's 2 spaces. So I'm going to move 1 more. We cannot get that consumable right now. I have to be on its space. So since there's no enemy, I can clear my cards. Just use all of it. There's no threat right now, so I'm going to move again. Move 1 space, and then use my last card to interact. When you interact, you're just going to remove this chest there and draw from the consumables. And we drew a numbing mist. So we have numbing mist on attack. On enemy's attack, loses all effect. So it loses all of the effect. So let's just set it aside here. We can use that anytime whenever we are attacking. The effects of the enemy's attack will be cancelled. So we got that consumable. That ends our turn. It's the enemy activation. There's no enemy on the board. So the round will move one space. Okay, that's it. That's how the game works. And it will go around until you find the boss. And the actions you can take, I already took two actions. That's the movement and the interact. We can do an attack, transform, or go to the hunter's dream. To go to the hunter's dream, you must have, not really you must, but if you go to the hunter's dream, if you have a blood echo, you must use it to upgrade your deck. If you don't, that's a waste of hunter's dream. Okay, the rest we will tell you later. Oh, I forgot. Whenever you open a tile, there's two things that we forgot right now. We forgot to draw a chalice trap and the mini boss spawn. So since the mini boss spawn is really not part of the chalice dungeon, I'm going to open that later. First, I'm going to open the chalice trap. I forgot this, and it does nothing. So it doesn't affect us. There's no chalice trap in this place. So I'm just gonna put it there. Maybe that's better, or maybe just discard it. Okay, so that's one. That's one of our chalice trap. I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of the deck. Then let's see if the mini boss will spawn here. None. There's no mini boss. So we can continue our turn. Just gonna put it at the bottom. Alright, next turn. At the end of the turn, you draw back to 3. Yeah, we draw back to 3. 1, 2, 3. You can even discard at the end of the round. You can discard as many cards as you want from your hand. Okay, so there's no enemy. We can move somewhere right now. I'm going to move because this is trapped. There's no way to go here. There's no path. So I'm going here to the right or to the left. Which one is better? Yeah, for the sake of this close-up camera, I'm going to the left. So I'm going to discard one of my card to move. That's the dodge. I don't think that's smart to discard the dodge. But yeah, no, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to discard this basic draw one card. I'm going to move 1 and then 2 over here. So I'm going to draw a tile and it's going to be this tile. There's a monster spawn there. So I'm going to, you can position it any way you want. So I'm going to position it like that. So we are far away from that monster. So we have to move inside that. And since we moved inside, well, first of all, I'm going to spawn a giant lost child here. And then with that giant lost child spawned, we're gonna see if there's a chalice trap here. There's an ambush. So ambush, spawn and activate one of these monster with this icon. And that monster is the church giant. Oh my, right. We got ambushed here in our space. Apparently there's a church giant there ambushing us and activate. So it activates, it attacks us. Oh my god, that hurts. Right, so it attacks us. Let's see. I'm glad that I didn't discard the dodge. So we can dodge this attack. So the church giant activates. It initiates a combat. I'm going to choose an attack. And he's going to choose an attack as well. By drawing this deck. So let's go there. For me, I have 2 cards. And I can attack him or just, ignore him. And just do the dodge and run away later. I can do that. Let me think. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to attack him. But if I do that, The giant lost child will activate, and he will activate as well, and they will gang up on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to attack. I'm just gonna dodge and run away. So that's the smartest thing we can do right now. So I'm not going to use anything. I'm just gonna let him attack, and this is his action, a basic attack. So the basic attack of the church giant is 1 speed, as you can see here. It's 1 speed and 4 damage, and if I dodge this, my attack will deal 1 more damage. So I'm just going to dodge. I can use any because it just has to match the speed of the attack, so I can dodge it. So I'm going to use my deadly thrust to dodge his attack. So we didn't get damage there. Luckily, we only have 1 card left. This card, and I'm going to. So this is my action again. He just immediately activated. I'm just going to run away. I'm just going to discard this card and move 2 spaces. Now, if we move, there's a rule for movement. If you move away from an enemy in the same space, they will follow you for 1 space. They will move towards you 1 space. And if an enemy, not on your space, but on the same tile, you move away from that tile, it will also move 1 space towards you. So here's what's gonna happen. I move 1. This church giant will follow me 1 space. This giant lost child will also move towards me for 1 space. And then I still have 1 movement left. For that 1 movement, I can open this door, but that's not safe. I'm going to. Oh my, wait. Yeah, I'm going to move here. But, if I do this, this one will attack me again, and I don't have any card to block or dodge that. So I hope we survive this round. I hope we draw an ability card for them, because if you draw an ability card, it's just lumbering. It's not gonna do anything. Alright, so let's do it. My turn ended, and it's now the monster activation. So starting from the left, we have the giant lost child. Giant lost child just moves towards me 1 space. Right, just to explain to you a little bit, the giant lost child only moved towards me because his tile is connected to my tile. So there's a range there that they can sense your presence. If I am two tiles away from that monster, they will not follow me. So there's that rule. Then next, the church giant will move towards me 1 space. And you know what it will do now? It's going to attack. Now, the attack of the church giant is an ability. Yes, we are lucky, right? So we drew an ability, and that means it's lumbering. It's not attacking. The church giant makes no attack this round. That's what it says here. We are lucky. That's right. So that ends our turn. Let's draw back to 3 cards. Right, you really have to plan all your movements here in Bloodborne. And it's just the first round or second round, and it's really I'm already at the edge of my seat. I don't want to attack this church giant for this round because it's 6 health. However, I can do a quicksilver shot. That's 2 damage to an enemy in my space, and I can just run away. If I run away, I can go back here. So that's gonna be 1, 2 movement. I will stop here. The giant lost child will follow me. Yeah. So we already have basic and ability. Let me think this through. I forgot. When I use this, it says clear this slot. So it should be cleared, and it's going to the discard pile. So I have 3 slots here left. I have a stagger here that I can use because they're slow. The church giant and the lost giant is slow creatures. I can stagger them. I also have my firearm, the pistol, to stagger them. So this is I think we have the upper hand in this round. Let's think. Okay, I guess I have decided. I'm just going to run away because these are very strong enemies, right? We have right now. So I'm just going to run away. The Lost Giant will not follow me if I move here, only the Church Giant. And I'm going to open this tile. So I'm going to discard my basic because we need the stagger. So I'm going to discard my basic and move one space here and to open this. Now remember, the monsters only follow at the end of your movement. So they do not follow you continuously like they do in Cthulhu Death May Die. So let's open this tile. Let's see what it is. We have the Arena Gate lever. Perfect. Now we are inside. The Church Giant follows us one space, but we have to. First, we have to summon monsters here. We have another Church Giant and a Child of Rome. I have to move this close-up camera so you can see better. Right, now that we have those spawned, the Church Giant and a Child of Rome, we are going to check for Chalice Trap. And we got nothing, luckily for us. No traps. And then we have, let's check for the mini boss. Now, the mini boss is here. Chikage Hunter has arrived. So the Chikage Hunter is waiting for me in this Arena Gate lever. Let's see how she will interact. So now we don't need any mini boss deck anymore. So I'm going to discard this mini boss deck. I'm gonna set it aside here. Then for the Chikage Hunter, this is her card. Chikage Hunter. The basic attack is a parrying slash. And then the special is the Hunter's Pistol. It staggers. And then the ability, it transforms to the other side. And that is now the new ability, right? It has 10 health. If you defeat, you will gain 1 Karil rune and a Blood Rapture reward. For the mini boss, there's a rule that you get a reward, but that is during the campaign. So in this game, I'm going to just get some upgrades. Just compensation for if we manage to defeat. So, in the rulebook of mini boss rules, we gain 1 blood echo and a special reward. But in this case, in the Chalice dungeon, we only gain 1 blood echo and maybe 1 upgrade for free, right? So that's how we are going to do it. So it acts normally just like any other monster. So let's say since it moves just like any other monster, we are just going to activate that last. Alright, so we are going to summon the mini boss on our space. I've been waiting for you, good hunter. Alright, I guess we are doomed. We are going to lose this game. I'm pretty sure of it. We have some consumables there. We don't have any blood echo. We have 1 mini boss and 2 monsters surrounding us in the arena lever gate. What can we do? I guess we can run away. Yeah, I'm going to move 2 spaces. I'm going to move 2 spaces. I'm going to open this area right here. Because that's the only way. That's the only way. Okay. So I'm going to use my basic to run away. So that's 1. 1 here. And, oh, by the way, this is very important. I forgot to move the round tracker. So this is already round 3. And yeah, when we get to the red, they will all respawn or restart. So that's 1 movement, and then the second will be going here. Let's take that tile. We have the arena gate. So the arena gate is where the boss will be. We put the arena gate here so that the boss tile will be here. I'm gonna get that arena tile. There's no boss there yet. It's still locked. We cannot get there until we until we interact with 2 arena gate levers. Okay. So for our 1 more step, we're going to move inside here. Then all tiles or spaces that we left, they will follow us for 1 space. So let's start with the hunter, 1, child of Rome, 1, church giant, 1, and then this church giant actually followed me to my space here. If I move one more space, This guy will still follow me, and they will follow me. Man, this is hard. This is running away. This is a game of running away. I haven't even attacked yet. I don't have any cards. So what I'm going to do right now, because if I use this to run, if I use this card to move, this is a dodge. We're not going to be able to dodge the enemy attack. And this is like three of them will attack me. The church giant, two church giant. Right, this is better. Let's just run away. I'm going to discard my dodge to run away. So we cannot go to the arena. It's locked. So we're just going to run away. One, and if I go here, yeah, one, two. I am here now. Then this one will follow me one space. Hey, don't cover my hunter. There we go. Right, so it's following me now. Then it's monster activation. Starting from the left, we have the giant lost child. Since I am in the tile next to his tile, it's gonna move towards me. So it's gonna move one space and attack, but I'm not in his space. Then these 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 monsters here are not adjacent to me because that's diagonal, so that means that is not adjacent. This church giant, however, is adjacent to me, so it's gonna move one space. Now we are in the same space. He's gonna attack me, and I don't have anything to block. So let's open his enemy action, and it's what is this? Special. Special is execute. Oh my god, I'm dead. Right. So the special is execute, and that's uh 6 damage. I have 6 health, and it cannot even be staggered. I cannot even use my firearm to stagger this church giant. So he killed me. 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am dead. So I'm going back to the hunter's dream. So as you notice, you will see in my hunter's dream here we have the doll and a lamp. So now we are dead. We are in the hunter's dream. Okay, so since we died before the round ended, the hunt track will increase by 1. We already increased it, it's here. And then I will do my hunter's dream. But I don't have any blood echo, so I cannot upgrade my card. I cannot choose from these. I'm going to shuffle all of my cards. But then I also have a chance of transforming this before I enter the world again. I'm going to use this one because this is focused on dodging, and we've been dodging all throughout the game right now. So I'm going to focus on that. Then we're going to shuffle our deck. We also forgot to draw a Chalice trap when we open the arena gate, so I'm going to draw that one. But yeah, it's too late now because we're dead, but we're still going to draw. Then let's go back to full health. Then what else? I'm going to get a Chalice trap. It's nothing, so luckily nothing happened to us in the arena gate. Then what else? I forgot. Alright, we're going to, on our next turn, we're going to be on the board. So let's draw 3 cards. And alright, so that's the end. That's the end of the round. So we move the round track. We drew 3 cards, and you will notice that we have a red dot here. That means reset marker. We are going to reset everything. So the first step to reset is remove all monsters on the board. Remove them all. Um, for the mini boss, you don't remove them; they just go back to full health. Spawning the monsters on the board. Starting from the giant lost child. We have one here. All spaces on the board, you will respawn them. What else? Also the consumables. We have one here, and then we have the church giant over here and the child of Rome. So that is our monster. So luckily, we um this extra church giant is now removed from the game. That just spawned from the chalice trap that we unfortunately triggered. Now, for our turn, this is the new round. We can spawn on any lamp. We can go to the chalice entrance or the arena gate. I'm going to the arena gate because this place here is full of monsters. Okay, now we have three cards. We have two dodge and one basic attack. Um, what I want to do is, of course, to explore the chalice dungeon so we can unlock unlock the arena. But we also need this to be cleared because this is the arena lever and we need to interact with that space. Um, I guess we need to improve our cards in order to survive. So since there's no enemy around us, I'm going to kill this giant lost child. I hope I can. I'm going to use a dodge card. Dodge card. Should I use a dodge card? Yeah. I'll use a dodge card to move. We're gonna be a little aggressive now. I'm going to move one space and move over here. At the end of my movement, the giant lost child will follow me. Okay, and then now we're on the same space. I'm going to use an attack. I'm thinking of a slash, quick stab, or deadly thrust. Since its movement is very slow, so I can use my deadly thrust. That's 3 damage plus 1, 4 damage. Um, Sorry, I'm just going to do a slash that will deal 3 damage. And if we manage to dodge his attack, we can also deal 2 damage to him. So that's gonna kill him because he only has 5 health. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. What did we draw here? We have basic, ability, and a special card. So probably this is basic. Let's see. So that is basic. We are correct. So the basic attack of the giant lost child is 3 damage and a very slow attack. You can see here. That's 3 damage and a very slow attack. My attack is faster than his attack, so that this is 2 speed and 3 damage. So let's do that now. Let's deal damage to our enemy. I'm just gonna put the health token over here. Right. So that's 3 damage. And then he's now going to attack. And his attack is 3 damage and it's very slow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my dodge. I'm gonna put it in my deadly thrust. That's only 1 speed that matches um, his attack speed. That means my ability will trigger, and my ability is when dodging at the same speed as the enemy attack, deal 2 damage to that enemy. That gives us 2 damage to put on the enemy's space, and the giant lost child is dead. Now, this is where you will appreciate Bloodborne. That's highly strategic. I planned that out because you know how many damage you will deal to an enemy and how many damage he can deal to you and at what speed. So that is really up to you, up to your skill, up to your analysis. So yeah, that's what I like about this game. So now that we killed that enemy, we're going to get 1 blood echo here. And finally, we can upgrade when we go to the Hunter's Dream. Now I don't have a card. I don't have cards in my hand, so that ends our turn. That means the enemy will move, but we don't have any enemies that can sense our presence. Okay, even our mini boss, she cannot sense our presence. Now let's go. Let's end our turn.